Nigeria, my country. I think one of the things that we have is that we use, how do I put it? We use comedy or joke or laughter as our coping mechanism. No matter how bad things are, Nigeria, we find a way of making jokes out of it. And I think that's one of the things in ways that we've survived. It's a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing. It's a good thing in the sense that no matter what the trouble is, we find ways to laugh. We laugh amidst our tears, we move on. But the bad aspect of it is that it also, in a way, make us to trivialize really serious situations and just keep coping and just going on without actually dealing with whatever situations they are, whatever trauma, whatever pain or whatever grief that we really need to grieve about. So we just like, just like just walk over it and just do all sorts of things. And the latest one is this whole issue of Tinubu's forgery saga, and you see how people were making fun of it on a particular Twitter thread that someone did, where he was saying, it was just so funny. He was just like that he did some forgery when he was in school as a young student, and of course his parents did joint beating as they put their hands together and beat him on that man. I say, and he added to say, I for be president now. If not, if they had allowed him to continue the forgery, in the kind of making jokes kind of a way. But just look at it. There was a lot of things going on. Just have a look and just look at the different. It was so funny when I was just reading them. I was actually laughing, but it is a serious issue. But Nigerians will always find a way to make joke out of something or just make fun of something. Like I said earlier, that's probably how we are able to cope. That's our coping mechanism, probably as a nation. My parents did joint beating for me because I forged my results one term in secondary school. I for be president now. Shake my head. Oh my goodness. Nigerians are something else. We use humor as a coping mechanism. We can make joke of anything. I think I took ninth position. I changed it to fourth. It was crazy because loss of cancellation. It wasn't even a neat job. My father knew, but just let me go. This one, he's now saying you got lucky. My brother did something similar as a kid. Got 11th, used space to erase one. The way they left the th, they saw the want, and he was lying. His backup line was that the teacher said everybody took first position, and just there. Oh my God, what kids can do and the things that children come up with. Me, I even use Tipex. They told me when someone makes mistake, you append your signature there. I didn't know that. I hear him that night. At least he learned something that night, apart from the hearing where that he hear. I did this thing in GS3. I will never forget that night. Hey. And they wake him up at 10 p.m. at night. I don't know why parents do that anyway. My bro, you see that forge part? I dey with you on that table. The beating where I collect for house, why my principal for school no bother beat me again, because they don't see how I dey limp already. They've already beating you so much, the school were not. But if, and that's what is so bad about this whole thing happening with Tinubu and this forgeries saga, because how do you not tell children that forgery is not the right thing? This one say I forge my result, deny my papa threaten me say he go carry me go school. I confirm am as papa say like we must go school. Yeah, I changed my 27 marks in mathematics to 87 marks with a red pen. My parents were so furious with the school, say, what kind of teacher will write 87 with a red pen? That was why they followed me to school. I chopped in that day, eh? Another one says, I did it once in JS3. It was actually neat, but I don't know how my mother found that. Okay, it's just, everybody's just giving their own take. But the common thing is that you understand, kids will try to do a lot of things and try to do all sorts of things, but parents do correct and they stop and they tell you that forgery is not good. And so when you see this whole Tinubu forgery saga, it's one of integrity. It's one that has to do with our morals as a nation, and it's not something that's just taken lightly like that and everybody just go on. Then this Claire said, although the dad found out, but he kept it away from the mom, and he promised to study harder and to impress his dad. Um, Oh, okay. So that at least, but she was told that that was wrong, even though the dad, didn't make so much of a fuss out of it, but would talk to her and let her know that that's not the way to go. And it's well, people were just sharing their different experiences over this and what they had done. And it's just funny, someone, the one that said that, oh, he would have been president now if his parents had allowed him to continue with the forgery whole situation. It's really, these are, we must do better as a nation, honestly. We definitely must do better as a nation. We can't just continue to let things be. E get one position wey I carry die here, na only me and God na him know until today. I go take am go my grave. This other person says. uh you know so if we just look at this and just look the other way and actually do nothing, we're really endangering our country. Shehu says, I came third from the usual first of second or second Jesu. I like that they hadn't given us our report. I couldn't show them the 10th position because that holiday go bloody. I nearly get high blood pressure throughout the holiday because anytime they called me, my soul will jump. Yeah, that's always the thing about when you're lying or you don't do the right thing. You're always afraid. When you see people talking, you think they are talking about you. It's really not worth it. It's always easy to just come out and just, yes, own up to whatever it is. If your position is bad, you work hard next time and you get better on it. There are some kind of beating you receive that will change your to your life. This one is saying, this one say one of my classmates got empty result sheet. I don't know how he got it today and wrote everything by himself, including forging the two signatures on the sheet. We didn't even ask him how his parents received the result. We only knew that his original grades were bad. There's all sorts of things, that people, especially kids, come up with, because that's the thing. If it's not, they are not immediately told it's unlawful, they stop it. Some of them do continue that kind of habit into adulthood and all sorts of things. And these are things that we must stop, this kind of thing, and we cannot continue to endorse this kind of criminality, because indeed it is a criminality, and if we don't do anything about it, it's just going to worsen the situation. There are people who are going to look at these things and take clues from them. And it's really something that's just not the way to go. That's not the way the country should be, and we must ensure that at every time that we're doing the right thing. This nation, Nigeria, is more than any person, and to have to be about Nigeria and what is it that is for the betterment and the best for Nigeria. Any other thing, it's not the question. This is a question of integrity. This is a question of morality. This is a question of where do we stand as a nation when it comes to crime and criminality. And definitely we will not support